Happy
initializing.
Hump Day.
Okay. Happy Hump Day, guys. It's
We're
Wednesday.
on.
It's Wednesday, and the biggest question of today, I would say the biggest question: who the f is on the bloody list? Like, I'm getting fed up. I'm watching this. All morning. I've been watching. Well, all afternoon, but for America morning, I've been watching that all the Epstein survivors are coming out. They're making all these speeches saying they want justice and all this stuff. I'm like, why haven't you named anyone? Where's the
Against
names?
who?
What?
That's what we're all asking. Who do you want the justice from? Because we can't get justice from Epstein because he's not here anymore, allegedly. So who do you want the justice for? Name them.
That's what I
Name them.
mean.
It's annoying. We
It's
can't
really
demand
frustrating.
justice for you if you're not going to tell us who it's from.
Yeah, literally. And
Strange.
we had what's how many times did I say her name? Lady Hervey. Let's just say that.
Victoria Hervey.
We had Victoria Hervey on the Piers Morgan show yesterday, and Piers shut her off on the end, and he cut her mic, and he called her a disgusting. Can't remember what else, but she actually accused Piers Morgan of being on the list. So Piersy boy, you're gonna have to.
Prove you're not.
He's gonna have to the answer, but does he have to prove he's not? Because they're not gonna release the files of everyone's names. Like, all these
Unfortunately,
emails.
now if you're named in any way, shape, or form, you've got to prove you weren't.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Sorry, my fringe is doing some crazy stuff. I think that's the thing now. You have to literally prove that you're not on the list. And that's the first thing I'd want to do. If I was somebody of high rank and somebody that was, let's say this podcast takes off, right? And we're rocking with the big stars.
Yep.
Right. And this another list comes out. The first thing I'd want to say is, excuse me, I just want to make this very, very clear.
Yep.
I was not there. I don't know what was going on. And if my name appears in any way, shape, or form, it's me being talked about, not there.
Yep.
I've not been bought. I've not been this. And unfortunately, that is the way it's got to be. I think, is it Jon Stewart who does a show in America? He's very left. He's been named in it, but he does like an evening show, like late night show.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm named in that list, but I am going to tell you in what way I am named in this list. And it's basically an email saying somebody wanted to go on the show or something, to that sort of thing. He was talked about. He wasn't there. And I think that's the way it's got to go. I can honestly say, if you put both of our names into that, there's a search bar. You can actually go onto their government website and search your own name. Right? I can say you and I, we're not on that list. But if there was any chance that we could have been talked about, my first reaction would be to say, listen, I don't swing that way.
Yeah.
I don't play those games.
I've heard a few people say that as well, on other podcasts as well, and say that, look, if someone mentions my name, that means I'm on the list. They've got to know it. They've got to know it, and obviously that's not what we're talking about. But what's really frustrating is that we know that young little girls and little boys were abused on this island. We know this. We don't know why is anyone's name being protected? That's what I want to know. If your name's on the list,
and the victims aren't being protected. Their names have been found out. That's the worst part of all of this. They are literally protecting these monsters, and literally throwing these victims under the bus. I think it's absolutely abhorrent. It's absolutely abhorrent. It's almost like the victims are just basically fodder.
Collateral damage, isn't it? Good afternoon, specialist. Good afternoon, specialist.
I just think the one thing that the whole world can come together with, no matter whether you're left, right, is we don't want children being bothered. Right? We don't want it. Normal people, typical people, don't indulge in this sort of behaviour. And those people that are doing this behaviour need to be accountable. There are 10 co-conspirators that they refuse to name, bar one. sorry, 9 co-conspirators that originally the DOJ wanted to prosecute. And the only one that got prosecuted in the end was Ghislaine Maxwell, a woman. There are other women on that list of 10 though, but they all seem to be assistants.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of pilots and model.
Yeah. The TikTok seems to have frozen. I'm just looking at that. I'm just trying to fix it a second. What's going on over here? Reset. And reset. Let's see what happens.
I don't know, Brods. I don't know why we're protecting them. I just think it's absolutely awful. Anybody that's on that list, and that list has been there since 2017. So so if they are still working and they are still in the public eye, that's nearly 7. No,
Yeah, it's way too long,
6
and
years.
it goes
6 years, and they're still in the public eye.
Yeah, it goes way beyond left and right. This is because the Democrats have been in power during this time. They could have released the files. They don't want
Can't
to.
hear you, babe.
1 second. For God's sake, right? TikTok's going crazy. Let me just end my TikTok stream for a second. Just 1 second, sorry.
Reboot.
Oh, no. Can you hear me? Can't hear me? No, 1 second. 1 second, audio. Good God. Multi-streaming to different platforms, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it, fellas. Multi-streaming to different platforms. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sorry, I've had to just shut the TikTok down because it's causing me too much issues on my side. But
Yeah, maybe it's the Matrix. Maybe we're not supposed to be talking about it. Have you thought
yeah,
about that?
Yeah. Do you know what? I have been thinking I've been looking over my shoulder. There was like this random police car that was following me all the way to do the school run earlier, and I was thinking, oh, hello, like followed me all the way there. I was thinking, I'll stop. Leave me alone. I'll stop.
Yeah. But that's what they want. That's what they want. They want us to shut up. We're not going to. We should demand as a world that these people are brought to justice on behalf of these victims.
But it just doesn't make no sense. Why don't we have names? We know there's victims, young victims as young as 9. Why don't we have names? Like that's the fact of the matter. Why isn't if you were to come around to if you were working with me and you came around my house and we partied and all the rest of it, and then I got raided for trafficking or something like that, and I had a computer and it had your name and all sorts of bits and bobs, anyone's name would be like anyone's name sending me emails about coming to my pizza parties would be getting pulled in and getting called in and getting questioned. It's just the rich and the powerful. Unfortunately, they don't have to go anywhere. They can.
6 years they've had to do this.
Yeah, it's really
6 years. And then we go to Peter Mandelson. In that 6 years, he became the ambassador for Britain in America. And nobody can tell me that Keir Starmer didn't know. He's had to apologise now and say that he knew about his. How can you do that? How can you employ somebody that is on that list specifically? MI6 knew, MI5 knew. You're not telling me the CIA, the DOJ don't all come together and talk.
But doesn't that make them all complicit? Like this rather than actually being about any individuals. This is a whole system that's being shown to be corrupt because the Democrats have had the list. Trump's now had the list, and he still ain't releasing it. He's trying to be nonchalant about it. He's like, oh yeah, Epstein, he was a bad guy. Why are we still talking about this guy? Shut up, Miss Piggy. When everyone says when anyone calls him out, he's like, "Shut up, Miss Piggy," or "I've never seen you smile before." Like that is just like, we can anyone with
Deflection.
yeah, anyone can see it. That's just so bait. And then what happens next? They need to all these things, all these leaks are coming out. What happens next? Oh, a racist high profile tweet comes out of the Obamas and thing. Come on, guys, man. We're not stupid, man. People need their day in court, like, just like anyone else. And if people don't get their day in court, and then, I fear that, people might just start thinking, fuck it, basically. We've got a bunch of criminals running the country. Let me go do whatever I want to do now. We've
It's
got
not just
mass.
criminals, though, is it? It's the lowest of the low, the lowest criminal you can actually have.
Hmm.
Even criminals in prison don't stand for these sort of people.
Hmm.
This is the lowest of the. This is troubling children. This is forcing women to do things that they didn't want to do. If I was talking to Andrew right now, Andrew Mountbatten, I would say this is how you turn things around. This is how you become the hero. You go and name and shame everybody that was there.
Yep.
Because right now, you are the only one that's being hung out to dry.
Hmm.
Your name is the one that everybody knows.
Yep.
You want to change that. You want to get back into the public favour, which we will never do. But if you want to get some sort of pullback for it, because you are literally breaking the monarchy right now, your mother's legacy. If you want to do anything right now, now is the time to come out and name and shame. Throw everybody under that bus.
Yeah, I was speaking with Nikki about this earlier, and I was saying that he's probably the only person that can do it because of his royal sort of status. Well,
Yeah, he's
but
untouchable as such.
yeah, untouchable unless he names certain names, and then I think there's another question. Like, I mean, we've already had one tragic car accident already in the royal family, haven't we? And so I
I
think once if you rock the boat in that way, does he will he fear for his life? Because he knows for sure. Andrew knows all the sort of big players. He's been there with people. I mean, these people are ordering pizzas and talking about pizza. Grown men talking about ordering pizza. Like, I know the Pizzagate thing's been thrown under the bus and all the rest of it, but still, we still know that people were sending emails saying, "Yeah, I had a great little pizza last night," and I
yeah.
and people were also talking about cutting pizza up into different pieces. You know, what grown men send emails to each other about pizza?
But while talking about erectile dysfunction medication.
While talking about so that alludes to an email that was leaked where Epstein is talking to his doctor or something, and the doctor says to him, "Take two of these pills, and
Mhm.
you'll be ready to
And then
party."
we
And then
can
we
go
can
and party with pizza and grape juice.
yeah,
Grape
pizza
grape
and
juice.
pizza. Grown men sending each other about pizza and grape juice. I mean, I know apparently it's all been debunked or whatever, but still, that still sounds very sus to me. Grape juice and pizza. Who would I think about it? These are really high value people as well. Like, really rich and wealthy people, not
No,
caviar
no.
and whatever else they eat. Like, grape juice and pizza.
I mean, how funny is it that alleged pizza place was before it was raided, a guy went in and shot the hard drive on the computer,
He
and
shot
now
the
this person has been ended.
Yeah, this person was stopped by the police and fatally shot. Like, this is it. This is the world we live in, guys. It's not nice. This is the
It
world we
sounds
live
like a
in.
really bad plot to a movie, doesn't it? It
It
sounds like a plot to a movie that's Liam Neeson or some big tough guy is going to come and break the chain.
Yep.
But this is real life.
This is the life that we live, mate. This is the life we live. The reason why there's
That
no
little
names.
children were being on the Lolita. It was called the Lolita flight. It's flown over to an island and abused.
Yeah. What were the Island Boys doing on there with Epstein as well when they were little kids? Do you know?
I, I
Did,
dread to think.
I've shown the picture before, haven't I, of Epstein and the
Mm.
Island Boys, and it's when I don't know how old they are, but they're on there. and it does kind of make you think that like there's a price to fame, and there's almost like
They talk about these satanic rituals, don't they? Maybe that's the ritual. You give it up. You give it up to one of these really. I mean, Nickelodeon. There's stories about that as well. You know, there's a guy there that was really really bad with regards to the children. So maybe that is the price of fame is literally giving it up to one of these monsters. I don't think. I just these parents need to be accountable as well. You know, there
Yep.
needs to be accountability from the parents, because there's no way, and I'm letting my child be flown over to
Yep.
an island.
Yep.
And
Let's have a little listen to yes, because this is quite interesting. Piers Morgan, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be trying to defend himself, and that lady Hervey, Victoria Hervey, she made some allegations about Piers Morgan. Let's get that up and share that really quickly. Bum 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 bum. And share and get it up, and let's minimize it, and then let's stretch it. Let's stretch it out. It's a good old stretching sometime needed. Look, there we go.
it's filthy.
Right, let's have a little listen. Let me know if you can hear it. Could you hear that?
No.
Oh, I need to. I think I need to. Right, let's go again. Let's go again. Let's remove it. Yes, remove it. Sorry, yeah, I'll get it back up 1 second. I just need to exit. Guys, we need a tech person. I think we need to hire a tech person to come in there and help us out with this. This would be so much. I'm very envious of Piers Morgan when he's just like, "Yep, get the thing rolling, get the thing, get the shoot up the next shot for us, all organised."
So
Right.
if there's any producers.
Have you gone missing again?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. You just went quiet. You went. So if there's any producers.
I was trying to listen.
Oh, okay. Right. Here we go, guys. Let's try.
Party, possibly with Ghislaine, just talking about you. You must have read it, surely.
Yeah, that's not in the files.
It is in the files.
No, that was from her deposition
No, it's
months
not.
ago.
I promise you.
No, it's not in. It's not in the files.
I saw it in the file. I've read your whole file.
You can literally search all 3 million documents in people's names. I'm not in it. The picture you're talking about, the picture.
You're in the Epstein files.
Do it after
Piers.
the show. Do it after the show. The only connection I've ever had to either of them, as I've said many times, is I met Ghislaine Maxwell for 5 minutes at a book launch in New York. She was then asked about that in her lengthy testimony, and she said under oath that was the only time she ever met me. I never met Epstein or anything else.
But just Google yourself in that government website. You come up quite a lot.
No, you're talking about other people talking about me. We're talking about the Epstein file dump that came on Friday.
But exactly. So you've come to my very point when I said if you're not mentioned, you're a loser, because people that are mentioned in it might not have even had affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein. They might never have met him. But the fact is they were mentioned possibly in an email that was sent to him. Hence, they ended up in the Epstein files. Do you get?
Right.
Yeah. She's weird. She comes across really weird. Like I suppose what she's trying to say there is like Jeffrey Epstein's a big person. It's like basically Cristiano Ronaldo, someone being mentioned in Cristiano Ronaldo's sort of like messages or social sort of surroundings, whatever. Like that sort of insinuates that you're dealing with a high value person, a high status person. But when you're talking about someone that's been a convicted pedophile, would you really be saying you're a no one? Like, I wouldn't put any celebrity on a pedestal if they had been doing these kind of things, and certainly wouldn't sort of like it's like she's like saying you've got clout
on behalf of Piers Morgan. I've just checked. He's not on the list. I've gone on. I can hear myself back.
Oh, you can hear yourself back. Okay, 1 second. Let's remove it. Exit. Yep, go.
So I went onto the government website, the US Department of Justice, which is DOJ, and they have a search bar. You put your name in or a name in, and it will bring up anything that you are involved in. And he's not on the list. So obviously that was sensationalized by Victoria Hervey, which is what she does by saying things like, oh, you're a loser if you're not on the list. Actually, I don't think we are. I think I'm very much a winner for not being on a list. I don't want to be on any lists, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So her sensationalizing is all for clicks on, people checking up on her name, her getting herself out there. She's been on the cusp of causing scandals for years and years. I think she's been what they call somebody that procures girls for parties.
Yeah.
In that fringe of the aristocracy. She's been she works quite in depth with the crown, selling out the royals for that. She's basically a royal for hire. It's quite embarrassing. But to actually say that somebody is on the list when they are not, and it is easy to just check. His name would come up. I put Piers Morgan into that. You can see Piers Morgan.
Let me do my own due diligence and check.
Yeah, of course, by all means.
Let me just have a little peek and see, because Piers says that he's mentioned on the list, but he's not on the list. And
no, he says he was in a deposition in Ghislaine's
statement
trial.
But I imagine he was quite pissed off of her, to be honest with you, because
I would be.
He ended up cutting her mic, so he was very.
I would be if somebody was saying, "Oh, by the way, did you know that Kitty's on that list?" Please, nobody clip that. P. Diddy, I might have had a party with. I can't remember. It was the 90s, but there is no way I've used baby oil. But that list, how dare you? How dare you put my name in there? And I would be absolutely furious if I was Piers Morgan as well. I'd be furious. I'd have cut her off there and then. You basically called me the lowest of the low.
A widely circulated list of British public figures mentioned recently released Epstein files does not include Piers Morgan, but important context. Being mentioned does not imply wrongdoing. That's the thing, that's literally like, having a conversation and saying, oh yeah, I saw Kitty the other day, then you'd be on the list if they, I suppose this is why it's so important and why it's so frustrating, why they don't just give us the damn names that are on the list. Give us the actual,
exactly. They are ruining people's lives.
Yeah,
they are ruining people's lives.
Yeah, all those emails about grape juice and pizza. Why don't we have those? Why have they blanked out the senders? I don't get it. They know exactly who sent those emails. They know.
Why have they not been arrested? Why have their hard drives not been taken? I'm not. One of the things in that Tucker Carlson thing that you asked me to watch is they have screwed this case up so much that they had all CDs of the pictures and everything else, and they took photographs of it and didn't take away these CDs. On these CDs were all the evidence that they needed. And then they asked Jeffrey Epstein's legal team to forward them.
Oh yeah, we'll send it. We'll send you all the list of our client and his co-conspirators doing all sorts of madness. We're going to send you everything. Sure we will. Okay. Yeah, okay. In the bin, set the fire.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Oh, there was a really big barbecue that night. You're not telling me. Come on, we're both not squeaky clean here, right? If you've done something wrong and the police say, "Can you send us that evidence?" Of course you can.
Yeah, Yeah, that'll be like a bonus.
Yeah.
That'll literally be like a bonus. When the police have got something on you, they find you doing something wrong. Guess what? They turn up at your house at 6 in the morning and they raid the house and they take they take what you got. I've never even
Yeah.
heard of people handing in evidence that could incriminate them. It don't make no sense to me.
But they took photos of it. They took photographs of these these. It's like one of those, like, can you remember the old CD books that you used to have that you put all your CDs in? And it was like that. Apparently, they were taking photographs of it, and then they walked away and left
Bullshit.
those CDs.
Bullshit.
And there was
Bullshit.
other things. There was other houses that they didn't raid. There was properties they didn't raid. They actually asked to go to the island
Yeah.
to raid.
Do you know what, Kitty? That's like the police raiding a drug dealer's house and finding a whole load of cocaine, a whole load of weed, taking pictures of it, leaving it there, and then coming back and then phoning them up and saying to them, "Yeah,
Can you send it us?
Can you send all the evidence? Can you send all those pictures that we took of the drugs? Can you send it to us, please, so we can prosecute you with?"
And then ringing them up and saying, by the way, we're coming back to have another look.
We're coming back to have another look. Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow you're
Yeah.
gonna be back.
Do you mind? Do you mind if we come? Do you mind if we come over?
But this is what I mean, Kitty. It's more than one person. Like, people want to name Keir Starmer, people want to name this. Like, this is the whole system is corrupted. It's like, we so I heard someone saying the other day, we need a revamp. We need to reshape things up. We totally, from head to toe. We need all these politicians. Just for me, I would put them all on a 4-year term, and I'd say, look, after 4 years, you're done. We don't need you in politics anymore. And I think all of them, worldwide, get rid of every single one of them, and get some new faces in, people that haven't been corrupted yet.
I just think that it was handled absolutely awful. Like you say, can we go onto the island? Oh yeah, but don't go on tomorrow because we're having a barbecue.
Mental.
Do you know
mental.
how I'm
Kitty,
not?
Should we finish on here and just go over to TikTok? Cause,
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, let's go over to TikTok. Let's finish here and go to TikTok. Guys, TikTok, Brad's Entertainment.